In Amsterdam is het altijd maar de vraag wat je achter de ramen aantreft. Deze creativiteit staat ook centraal in LittleBigPlanet 3. Het Play Create Share concept komt dit jaar voor het eerst naar de PlayStation 4, maar ook de PlayStation 3 wordt niet vergeten. We gaan straks even vragen wat nou precies de verschillen zijn tussen deze versies. So the multiplayer experience has gotten much bigger through the years. How do you make sure that people will enjoy the game when they're playing solo?
So the way the game works is that we have to build the game with a really great single player experience. So you can absolutely play the LPP3 in single player mode, but you can also play with up to 3 of your friends. And the way we've designed the game is that levels are designed around each of the characters' abilities. So there's levels built for Sackboy, levels built for Odd Sock, Toggle, Swoop, but you can play with 3 of your friends. So a level could have 4 Odd Socks, 4 Toggles, 4 Swoops. And that's the way we've kind of approached it, to make sure that you can have a great single player experience, but you can also play with your friends.
Do you have some levels with different characters who have to complement each other?
Yeah, sure. We've got a couple of levels where you use each of the characters, so it's like multiplayer only. But because we didn't want to restrict single player, we've kept that to just a few levels. But the whole game is multiplayer and single player. But in the community, people can create whatever they want. So if you want lots of content where you can all be individual characters, I'm sure there'll be loads of those on the community.
Are there any differences in the PlayStation 3 or 4 versions?
I think on like a visual level, I think what you'll find is that the game just looks so nice on PlayStation 4. The guys, there's a whole new renderer there. The lighting system is much more advanced. The textures, you can literally feel like you want to touch them. Like you actually want to like strokes. We've got all the character models in much higher resolution. You can see the stitching on Sackboy. It's all individually modelled. I think on like the share side as well, there's a lot of features there that are unique.
Yeah, I think the PlayStation 4 has allowed us to, we've always said play, create and share, but now we can really kind of, you can absolutely play LittleBigPlanet 3, you can create in it, and you can share like you've never been able to before. Whether it's creating your own 30-second trailer of your level in game and sharing that to LBP.me, whether it's using Share Factory and kind of making your own snazzy playthrough. I think we've given more ways for the community to engage with the game and engage with each other through the PlayStation.
How do you encourage players to create the best levels possible? Will you make contests or something?
I think we've got a lot of plans to do like some little like challenges within create mode, but I think as a overall, in order to encourage people to create more, we've just made it easier than ever before. We've put a lot more tutorials in there through the pop-it puzzles, but they don't feel like long, lengthy, arduous tutorials. They feel like a little game in themselves. We've also put 2 different modes of create mode, like kind of standard easy mode, but also really advanced mode. So I think the game now for new creators is more accessible than ever, and for the existing creators, we've got more ways to reach them. So because the UI has been improved, we can do like little news feeds, little challenges. Can you build this in a week? We'll give you a crown if you do. We've got a lot planned to really kind of challenge our community.
The differences between the PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4 version. Will the PlayStation 4 buyers get a different game with new features?
So yeah, you do get some new features on PlayStation 4. You get the visual improvements, so it's 1080p on PlayStation 4. Everything, the player characters, the materials, all the objects, they've all had a pass by all our artists, so they look a lot better. They're kind of almost touchable, like the materials and stuff. In terms of features, we've got the DualShock 4 in create mode that can be used. You can use the touchpad to draw out material shapes, or you can paint stickers. We've also got an exclusive piece of logic as well, and that's called the interactive live stream sensor. And what that allows you to do is it allows you to basically build custom live stream levels that respond, where your audience can respond to commands that you've given to trigger things in the level. So you can trigger whatever you like. So you could put the word cake in, and then when the audience type cake, you could get it to rain cake from the sky, or whatever you want really. We've got the ability to add trailers as well. So when you're browsing the community, you'll see these 30-second trailers on the PlayStation 4 that give you a little like highlight reel, I suppose, video of the level that the creators captured. So you've got that as well.
If you have to choose one feature that you're most proud of personally, what would it be?
I really like the power-up creator. So when you're in create mode now, you can build power-ups to Sackboy, and you basically stick anything you want to Sackboy's hand, and you can kind of manipulate it and then hook it up to logic to fire things, projectiles, or do whatever you want with it. And that in conjunction with like, the Sack Pocket, you can imagine kind of players making up these adventures where you collect these crazy power-ups as you go through. So yeah, I think that's really cool.
I actually really like the extra layers, because what we found is that as well as having the really new fun transitions that we have in the game, such as like being able to launch between layers, being able to slide between layers, the bendy rail, all those things have come about because the team wanted to make a much more of a 3D feel. So by having those extra layers has had a knock-on effect for lots of other cool ways to move between, which that's my personal favourite.
The video edit tool is my favourite thing we have. I mean, that's a really obvious community manager answer. But I think what we found with our community is they create amazing levels and then they make their own videos anyway and upload them manually to YouTube. So I can't wait to actually let them do it themselves, because I think we're going to have movies, like levels, and then little mini movies made of the movies they make, and I can't wait to see it.